Okay, hello, and welcome everyone. Good to be here. Today is Thursday, November the 30th, the last day of November. Big thank you to Robin and Marty for their recap and words of wisdom that they gave to us. No problem about them being late at all. I was there with you guys listening in, and it's not a problem to go a little bit late. So thank you to you two guys for your tireless work in On Passive and everything that you guys do. So before we get into the recap, got a few bits for you. First of all, few things going on around the world today. Is St Andrew's Day over in Scotland. Graham Burt will be very happy about that. That's the patron saint of Scotland. Also, it's Independence Day today in Barbados. So for all of my friends that I have over in Barbados, congratulations. Hope you have a good party today. And the last one as well is it is Commemoration Day in the UAE as well. So they're celebrating that. Okay, couple of other points then. If you are a founder of On Passive, if you go into the updates section, our very own Jeffrey Morlock has posted something in the updates there that needs reading and attention. So if you are one of the people who has a Facebook page, make sure that you and the admins are monitoring it because obviously there is some nasty things getting into Facebook pages. Also, emails, guys. December the 1st, which is tomorrow. That is, okay, the day that Google will start taking action on accounts that have not been active for 2 years. Okay, so if you have a Gmail account and it has not been active for 2 years, guess what's going to happen tomorrow? Yes, it will be deleted. So my advice to you is, and I've done this morning, is every single one of my Gmail accounts that I have associated with On Passive, I've just sent an email from them to myself saying test. Keep it active. Okay. It took me literally 5 minutes, and guess what? It takes all of that heartache away. All right. So I would do that. Also, many of us received multiple emails yesterday congratulating us on our 1 month extension for OConnect. I do know one person who had over 200. In fact, it was my sidekick, Peter Rogers, on his accounts. I had a lot as well, not as many as Peter did. Subsequently from that, I have noticed that a lot of emails at the moment aren't coming through as they should, as far as On Passive is concerned, but they certainly will rectify this and get to the bottom of it to make sure that the emails are working correctly. Also, before I get into the recaps today, Mohammed Nassal on Twitter has put a couple of posts up today as well. If you are a follower of him, go and have a look at those. One is showing a good picture just below Burj Khalifa and a little bit of a write-up, and the other one is obviously to a retweet from On Passive of the commemorative day over in the UAE of their day today. Okie dokie. Okay, let's get to the recap, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about today. Recapping our CEO who came on 360 yesterday. Before we get to recap, what did I think? What did I take from it as far as Ash Mufareh is concerned? Obviously, he's not in residence, is he? Because he was in a strange place as far as the background is concerned. Where he is, I don't know, but we do know he is traveling. He also looked extremely tired, didn't he? That was my take on it. He looked pretty tired. He also had, by the sounds of it, probably his family with him. But it was very good of him to come on, bring us up to date with what is happening. And I'm loving this style of his at the moment. I love the openness of him at the moment, being upfront, being honest. He's certainly not shirking from his responsibilities as far as the company is concerned. Colonel Daniel Lee, thank you for your super sticker and the hot dog. It's very kind of you. And his honesty about where we are, sticking points, I like to call them that, of what has been happening. And that honest part of him, I really liking that a lot. It shows the true heart of our CEO, Ashma Farah, and it shows that he's a real person. You know, he's not getting into a it's me and them scenario. Everything that he is doing is to find solutions for the benefit of us. So let's get into the recap. Like I said, it was really good to see him on there. Marty did, by the way, record this. I will speak to him afterwards to see if we can get a recording of it up in the update section as soon as possible, so that for those that missed our CEO yesterday, you'll be able to hear him and watch him. But for those that didn't, obviously, the amazing notes that were put together by Darryl Cook, Dan Street, Peter Surrey, and Janet were there as well to help you along the way. Talking of Angie Han, the first thing that our CEO said was to send condolences to Angie for the loss of her father. Yesterday, day before yesterday, must have been an awful experience and terrible shock to the family. And I concur and reiterate what has been said. And my heart goes out to her, to be honest, for losing her father at such an early age. 66 is no age whatsoever. So she's strong, and hopefully once the dust is settled, she will see the outpouring of love that she has from the OnPassive family via you guys, which will give her even more strength. So once again, my condolences, Angie, to you from Jane and myself and the Redfern household. So main topic, main news was merchants. Okay, we all know that it's been a bit of a sticking point, don't we? Of late, this has been the log jam that has been holding so much back at the moment, hasn't it? Because without a merchant that people can pay using their debit and credit cards, then we really can't proceed any further than we are at the moment, even though he did reiterate once again that we have many products that are waiting in the background to be released. And in fact, he actually did mention that once the merchants stabilize and we can rack up the volume, he wouldn't be surprised if we did not see at least 2 products within a couple of weeks, and even more by the end of December as well. But it's safe to say, guys, that his main objective to everything at the moment is to make sure the merchants are working, make sure they're stable, make sure they're accepting payments correctly as they should, and for those that have the funds to withdraw, get them before Christmas. That he actually came out and said that is his goal. That is for it. Yes, Chris Johnson, you've given my wife a cold. Even across the ether of the internet, Chris Johnson strikes again. So yeah, she's got the real sniffles today, that's for sure. So the merchants, he said, are back online and they're getting warmed up, and this is going to be increased on a daily basis. And obviously he's saying that every week starting from next week, we are going to hopefully double the amount of traffic going through this merchant that we have at the moment. But they're also working on a new global payment solution. So because really one merchant or one solution isn't enough for OnPassive. Why? Because quite frankly, we're too big. What does this really mean in layman's terms? Normally, ways of business working online is you come up with an idea, you invest a load of money, you make the company, and you open the doors, and then you build the company as you go. So the volume of sales at the beginning tends to be extremely small, or small in comparison to what has happened with OnPassive. And that is the normal way of how businesses work, isn't it? OnPassive, that's just not normal. And we do things completely differently. And even the merchants can't handle OnPassive. Why? Because of that sheer volume of business that is going through the merchants' processors. It flows up all sorts of red flags, because no one's ever heard of OnPassive, and all of a sudden you have literally millions of dollars hitting their processors all at the same time, from you eager people out there wanting to purchase OnPassive's products. This is not going to stop, guys. This is going to continue. So we have to find a solution. And one of those solutions is to have multiple processes globally. This is creating, this will also create additional resolutions and requirements for a longer period of time. But obviously, the ultimate goal for OnPassive is to have our own merchants, so we have complete control. But in the pipeline at the moment, there is more than 200 banks worldwide that will be able to offer different solutions and to handle the traffic globally. What's basically going to be happening is that these 200 banks that we have across the globe, wherever you are in the world, you will be using the one that is nearest to you. Regina Kirk, thank you so much for your super sticker. That is extremely, extremely kind of you, and thank you for your support. This is better for all of us because it makes merchant fees a lot cheaper. Why? Because if it is a bank, for instance, that is in North Africa, then you are paying in your local currency, so there's no exchange rates, and it's a lot cheaper. If there's a bank in Egypt, for instance, you'll be using Egyptian pounds, and it makes life a lot easier. If it's in the UK, British pounds, or in the States, US dollars, etc. This is the ultimate goal to start with, to facilitate all the needs, and it means that the merchant fees, which we do know at the moment are a little bit high because of that fluctuation of the exchange rates, but it is a workaround, and that is the main thing here. It is all to do with working around a solution, because we have been having so many stumbling blocks for it. Vivine Benny, thank you so much, my darling, for your super sticker. That is very, very kind of you. Ash actually expanded on this, and he said that even when you think there is no way that you can move forward, OnPassive find a solution. And that really shows the devotion and bullheadedness of the company to say, no, we are not going to be defeated. No, we are not going to allow this to stop us. And they work so hard behind the scenes to find us a solution for the company. Now, I don't know how many times that I keep on saying the same thing, and that is everything they are doing, they do not only for the benefit of the company, but also the benefit of us. He's always said the founders of OnPassive are the ones that he will be looking after first. Okay, and this is part and parcel of exactly what is going on at the moment. So we will have you covered, he said, and we will stabilize. So we are beginning, we will have it stabilized, and then we'll begin to scale. We're on track. It's been a warm-up process to ensure compliance and abide by global legalities. The traction is happening, and you will see everyone being able to pay, and that will enable us to activate the payout process as well. It's a massive process to overcome, and we were born as a unicorn, and we needed to catch up with how the processes were working. He also then went on to talk a little bit about the lovely Fatima. Thank you so much for your super sticker as well. The ladies are on form. Thank you so much, girls, for all your super stickers. That's very, very kind of you. He went on then to talk a little bit about payouts, and he was just mulling over with us on 360. At the moment, there is an awful lot of you, and we mean thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of you that have requested payouts, some all the way back from September. And because of legislation, because you might have even changed your mind, also a lot of you guys out there have requested via support that you change the way that that payout is coming to you. And he was mulling over the idea of wiping the pending payout slate clean, allowing those that have the ability to withdraw to be able to request again. He hasn't made a decision on this yet, okay, but whatever decision he does, he has said that this will be on a more bulk payout system, even down to this a weekly payout on a certain date. And he said this will obviously be ramped up as well. He hasn't made a decision yet. It's under review, but obviously we will update you as soon as we know as far as payouts are concerned. But like I said, his main goal, and I will repeat that, his main goal is for us to have funds in our own accounts for us before Christmas. Okay, so that is his main goal, which is amazing news. It really, really is. He also said, which is again huge news for a vast majority of our founders in India. He said they will have the UPI option. This is very quick, instant from merchant to individuals and individuals to merchants. They are very, very low fees, if not at all, and it is immediately processed and accessed. So that will be coming. Great news for India, having that UPI as well. Not quite sure what UPI stands for, but obviously if you are in India, you will know all about UPI because it is very, very popular. I know that for sure. Really is. What else have we then? He said as well, this experience was giving us a good space to ramp up the production level. What he meant by that was, whilst there've been this logjam once again in the merchants, it's given other departments within OnPassive a bit more time to be able to work on things that they probably couldn't have worked on before. And several products are lined up for mid-December, like I said, and we are good to observe the growth that is going to happen from that. So if all goes well, he said, a few products and features will be rolled out by mid-December and then a few more by the end. And I said that a little bit early on. Now, remember, when our CEO gives dates, okay, they are tentative. They're not set in stone. They're his wish list to say that this is what he would like to happen with everything in business. And he also explained a little bit about this, the theory of things and the reality of things are two completely different things. When he was talking about the merchants, he was saying that even though they'd had multiple meetings with the merchants to say, listen, we are going to be going live with our first paid product on this date, you are going to expect a big influx of payments from our members to you. Are you ready for it? Blah, blah. They all said, yeah, bring it on. Let's get going. But none of them expected it. So that was theory. Reality was they didn't expect it, and it crashed the system, and the system and all of the behind the scenes went a bit crazy, and it put a stop on it. This is why when he says that mid-November, mid-December, and towards the end of December, we're expecting this. This is his wish list. This is what the theory of it. This is what he wants to happen. But obviously, as things progress, you can only almost take things on a daily basis rather than even a weekly or monthly basis, because certain things get in the way of something else happening. Something might break, that has to be fixed before the other thing, and all the rest of it. So when he does talk about what is coming and within the timelines, please, guys, be realistic about it, okay? And be know that it is going to happen, okay, and hopefully within those timelines, but do not hold him to the days and dates, because sometimes things get in the way. So he said he wanted to be sure that people have funds for the holidays, and we are gearing up for a good finish to the end of the year and a great start to the beginning of the new year. Also, he's looking to pay out weekly, like I said, and we will announce a date of when we can allocate the traffic as well. What did he mean by that? That is that pool of people that they have who, since just over a year now, that have been going into the onpassive.com pool from all the advertising, all the Burj Khalifas, all of the GITEX, all of everything of people have gone to onpassive.com to sign up. They have gone into the pool. And he also said, did you pick up that over 3 million customers are there now in onpassive.com? If you are one of the people that have activated your account by purchasing OConnect, guess what? You are in line for that traffic from the pool. That's what he meant. And he said we will announce this date in as soon as the allocation has been sorted. We will get this covered 300%, he said, or in fact 3,000%. It's a process and it's a lot of work, and we have learned so much by going through these resolutions. When they say things are a learning curve, I do not believe that Ashmi Farah thought that this learning curve of launching OnPassive as a paid business to users and affiliates would be like it was. I really believe the last thing that he thought would be the sticking point in it would be the way that we pay the merchants. I really do believe that he thought there would be other sticks in the cog to stop things happening, and I really believe that the merchants was not on his peripheral vision of something that could go wrong. But that's business, that's the way it goes. And what do? You learn from it, okay? And part of that learning process means that you are more wiser, a little bit older, but you are certainly up to the challenge. And that is exactly what OnPassive is, and exactly what our CEO is. He is certainly fired up and up to the challenge. He then went on to reiterate once again, we have given you an incredible bonus of the sale of OConnect through the month of December, and you should take advantage of this if you are able to. Like you said, if you cannot pay now, you will be able to pay. Keep on trying. It is being scaled, it is being leveled up, and they are making sure that it's stable, and this is the way it is. He also then went on to say that if you have been a user of the paid version of OConnect since, he did make a mistake by saying April, by the way, it is September the 1st. He said you have been receiving OConnect for over 3 months. With that extension, now you have got 4 months worth of OConnect for an amazing $143. And don't forget, he also reiterated once again, your very first sale, guess what? You get 100% of that commission back to you. So whatever the sale of OConnect is, the very first one, you get it coming back to you. That means one sale, you're done. You are covered because you have had your money back. And the last thing is, view us as a new chapter, he said. Now, he's already said multiple times, he said he is after a redo, isn't he? A reset, a timeline of when he can say, yes, let's go from here. Everything's been sorted. Now I can say this is the start. That is because we have had so many log jams, so many things that have had to get through just to keep it all going at the moment. And he really wants to have a redo, in his words. And I am sure we are getting very, very close to that redo. So view it as a new chapter of life as we overcome these massive growth challenges. We started bigger than anticipated, and I'm thrilled that we've been able to find, as always, a solution to the problem. So it's safe to say that we're in extremely good hands. Nothing was mentioned, by the way, of any other news. Okay, so please, guys, don't start surmising, thinking, anticipating, or why haven't we's, I thought this was, is any of those terminologies. Let's stick with what we know. And like I said, just because in the past or in the future he mentions dates, that is his wish list. That is what he wants to happen. But unfortunately, things do change. Okay, so bear that in mind when our CEO is giving us dates. Okay, but one thing's for sure, if he says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And that's all really we need to know. So things are looking good for us just before Christmas, that's for sure, for those that are able to withdraw any funds from their O wallets. It will certainly brighten up many of our Christmases, that's for sure, by having some extra funds for us. So keep an eye on your back office, keep an eye on what we have to say. Okay, as far as those withdrawals are concerned, whether he's going to wipe the pending and we have to put it in, I don't know. But one thing is for sure is we will let you know. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you today. Last day tomorrow, Friday for me. I'm working again on the markets as I have been over November, December. 3 more to go for me. Last one is the weekend of the 18th. So a couple more. And it's forecast for -4 degrees centigrade here on Saturday morning. Not looking forward to that one little bit. So send some warmth my way because I'm going to be outside in it for 13 hours on Saturday. Let's hope I don't get Chris's cold. That wouldn't be nice, would it? Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Going to go over to the chat area right now, say a few hellos to a few people, and we'll start with the tea clubbers. That'll be the lovely Fatima Miller. You're there. Barry Dang, Dennis Eldridge, Gina Lever, Jerry Nix, Curtis Strickland. You guys are all tea clubbers, along with Krista Grazier and Greg Greisner. Have a great day up there, Greg. Arta Scucce, Barry Dang. Who else have we got? Gayling Matthews, you're there. Jarmo, a lot warmer than I am over in Tenerife, that's for sure. Good to see you on here, my friend. Any more tea clubbers before I move over? Stick it in the chat. I'll wait a minute. Well, not a minute, a couple of seconds. Okay, we'll move over then. We'll go to Michael Chatter, Shirley Dotson, Helen Tyler, Patty Carpenter, James Black, Michael Morse, Frank Rowe, Michael Champagne, you're there, T. Clement, Debbie Williams, Roblin, hi to you guys, Brotherman, and Peter Nagale, Graham Burt, you are there from Scotland, hello mate, Jacqueline Davis, Sean, Cynthia Deering, Amal Fataya, Robert McGahey, Sherry Dursworth, Narayan Cholly, maybe, Dixie Crabtree, hello to you, Miriam Mabenan, Annex Coop, or something Greek. Sorry, don't know how to say that either. Doyle Enger Bretson, Shay Nuaz, Rose from South Africa, Laurie Lunn, Ginger DeSanto, Vivine Benny, Peter Rogers. There you go, mate. Thanks for the kind words, my friend. Lovely Pat Parent, you are there as well. Helen Tyler, Dan Jacobs, a couple more. Brian Quirk, there you go. Sunning yourself over in Alicante. Helen de la Bastide is tea clubbing it through the door. Bella Bell, Barges Kaylee, Colonel Daniel Lee, there you go, mate. Kiana McLaughlin and Cynthia Deering, Doyle, Edgar Bretson, John Berea, you're there, mate. Anita Be Happy, Laurie Lunn, couple more. We'll do somebody that hasn't been on yet. Amalfa Tyre, and A. Crob Holtz, maybe. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hope the update was helpful. Hope it helped to explain a little bit what's going on. I shall speak to Marty, see if we can get a replay put up in the updates section of your O Founders. That's it from me. Come back tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. for the UK. Bye for now.